and welcome to World War G. I'm Troy.
Troy is literally one of a kind. He's a goblin or a hobbit or a kobold, which is a type of gremlin.
I'm AJ.
AJ? What kind of name is AJ? Oh, you race cars?
AJ came bearing iced coffee.
Right.
Which, everyone get on my good side. Bring me iced coffee is a good way to do it.
That's your new fix. You need your fix.
Yeah.
All right, it's pretty decent.
And it's from Del Taco?
You're right. Okay,
Wow.
My coworkers, they constantly get it like every morning. They're like, dude, this is the best place that we've had iced coffee. I'm like, all right, we'll give it a try.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No.
All right. How's your week been? What been up to? Before we get into
Watching a couple of movies I'm going to give some reviews on, and just working away. Yeah. I wake up, I work, I go to the gym, then sleep, then pee. I haven't even had time to game. I'm like, what the fuck? I go to work so that I can buy video games, but I can't play video games because I work.
Yeah. It's a vicious cycle.
It really is.
It's a vicious cycle.
At least it's not like limited to a couple hours a week.
See, I go to work to make money so I can watch movies.
Yes.
And so I can buy the GF presents.
Yeah.
So, luckily, movies is a very, it's like a 2-hour commitment, so
yeah,
it's not too much.
No.
Let's get to Troy's Toys.
Now it's time for Troy Toys.
I'm a big toy collector, so every once in a while, I like to give a review of some of the newer items in my collection.
Right. Which was kind of funny because it was right after seeing the movie that you picked up one of these.
Mm-hmm.
You posted about it like all on social media.
It's a sign of a good film.
Right?
If I run out and get the toy.
It's that, or if you like start doing some research on it, but yeah, I don't know how much research you could do on this.
Not much. Might as well start with that one then. So with these toys, I judge them on 4 things: accuracy, articulation, accessories, and playability. Do a 1 out of 5, and then we'll add up all the scores and see which one comes out on top, I guess.
I don't believe you've given anything like that's gotten close to a 20, right?
Not so far, no.
Yeah.
So I have 3 this time. First, we'll start with this Shang-Chi figure, which, like I said, I got right after I watched the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Entertain Mart.
Because you're like, wow, those are really well done, so I better pick it up before they're all gone.
Right. So this is part of the Marvel Legends series. If you don't know, Hasbro has been doing this Marvel Legends series forever.
And a day.
Mm-hmm. And they do all kinds of characters from comics, plus they do the movies, and it's a giant action figure line. Matter of fact, most of those figures there on the shelf are Marvel Legends.
Really? Okay.
I think pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this Shang-Chi figure. Let's start with accuracy, the likeness. I think it looks
pretty decent.
It doesn't look exactly like the actor.
No.
But it's not bad. Like, I've seen...
The costume is there.
I've seen worse. Yeah, the costume is there.
A little off in the face.
Yes. Yep. I like that they got his pants and shoes right. It looked like he was just wearing, like, Nikes.
It really did, yeah.
Wasn't anything special. So... I don't know, likeness, I'd give it maybe like a 2, honestly.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not terrible, but I've seen better. Articulation, it's pretty standard articulation. I think it has about 20 points of articulation, which for a decent figure, it's about
That's
bad average.
what you kind of expect, yeah.
So it's pretty good, especially with someone like him. You want to put him in a lot of different poses.
Yes. Some martial arts
mhm.
poses.
So because of that, I would give it articulation. I'll give it a 4.
Fair enough.
Accessories,
He's got the staff,
got the staff.
which they were able to fight those creatures with.
Mhm.
That and somebody else that he fights.
Yeah. And he also came with different hands.
Oh, okay.
So he's,
Instead to hold other items besides the staff?
well, also to just have like different poses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like this hand is open, this hand is making different gestures. So it just kind of depends.
Yeah.
But that's all he came with, is just the hands and the staff, which is, again, pretty standard.
Typically you get at least a face or two, right?
Maybe. Sometimes if a character has like a mask on, sometimes you'll get one that's unmasked.
Yeah.
The head that's unmasked, but
That's not the case with him.
not the case with this one, no. So as far
I'm surprised you didn't get any of the 10 rings, right?
Yeah. The other figure, the villain, came with the 10 rings.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Which, such a cool weapon. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So for accessories, I'm just gonna go 3. Again, pretty standard.
Yeah.
So playability, this has a lot of playability. Because again, it is so articulated. It fits right in with all the other Marvel Legends. And I think
What do you do with, like, you've probably got, like, a box full of just hands, right?
I do.
What do
Like,
you do
so,
with those?
see those 2 totes right there?
Yes.
So the one on the farther end there is just a bunch of extra figures. The other one there is like bases that you set them on and accessories. And
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, that's that one.
Okay. Like, damn, you got quite the collection of faces and hands in there.
Yeah, a lot of hands. Yep. Problem is, I don't know what hands go with what figure. So
Yeah.
for playability, I gotta think. If you're a kid, I don't know if you're gonna pick up figures from this movie.
Would his hand be able to, like, spin all the way around with his staff? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be one of the cool things, like, that I'd be playing around with, you know? Him flipping it and throwing it.
But I gotta think if you're, because these toys, let's face it, they're for kids.
Yeah.
Or younger people. And I don't know if kids are that interested in this film or not.
It's a Marvel film.
It is a Marvel film. You're right.
But it's like, picking up a Doctor Strange toy.
Yeah.
Or, compared to, like, a Thor or an Iron
Right.
Man or Captain America.
Like, given the choice between, is a kid going to pick up, a Doctor Strange or a Spider-Man, they're going to go for Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
So playability...
Unless the kid's got really good taste.
Right. Which, by the way, did you see the new What If Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah,
Really good.
I liked it. He took a dark path.
He did.
I'm like, oh, damn. He's creating, like, his own, Yeah.
I'm going to give, with playability, I'm going to give another 2. So I just don't see a lot of kids running out to get a Shang-Chi figure. So altogether, that is 7, 8, 9, 11. So now let's move on to, let's go here. You and I went to Gamers Asylum.
Yes, to check it out.
Exactly a week ago. And first of all, that place is awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic. They have got a great setup.
It's massive.
Yeah.
So we went upstairs because there's 3 levels to the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a few action figures up there, and I picked up this Henry Cavill Superman from Justice League in the black suit.
Right. And it was kind of funny because, like, Troy had 2 of them, so he's, like, going back and forth, like, looking to which one he's going to pick up.
I did the same thing with this Shang-Chi figure, too.
Really? Looked at every single one?
You got to.
Yeah.
You got to.
As a collector.
Yeah, as a collector, you got to pick the best one. So, yeah, I picked that guy up. Accuracy, I think he looks more like Henry Cavill
Yes.
than the Shang-Chi figure looks like I can't remember the actor's name. Shoot. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but I think
I'd agreed.
Yeah.
I'd probably be at like a 4. Like
Mhm.
it's pretty close.
It is
Not like spot on, but yeah.
I was thinking giving it a 3.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do that. Now articulation.
He's got like 25 points, dude. That stomach,
Yeah, he's
like the chest.
yeah, he's got the chest, he's got the abs, waist, hips can move, shoulder forearm.
Does his shoulder moves out in and out? Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
Yep.
That's pretty legit. So it looks like that almost when you had him posed out like that, it kind of looked like he was falling,
Right.
right? He's about to like land, touchdown.
So articulation's pretty good. So I'm gonna give this one. What if I gave him a 4?
For articulation?
I gave Shang-Chi a 4
Okay.
because I think they have basically the same. Well, no,
his chest, dude.
His
And stomach.
Yeah, his chest can move more than. I'll give it a 5.
All right.
If I gave him a 4, I'll give him a 5. Accessories, he didn't come with any
No.
No.
Okay.
because it's Superman.
Yeah.
He doesn't need any accessories. So I got.
Although we were joking about this, saying that like Superman would be kind of cool to see him with a utility belt
right.
with different like
Yeah.
kryptonites. See, even when we're not recording the podcast, we're still talking about nerdy shit.
It's just our life.
Yep.
So accessories, I got to give that a 0 because there's nothing there.
Right.
Playability. This is a heavy duty figure.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
very sturdy figure,
Right.
and it's big.
Mhm.
And I think kids love Superman.
They're gonna be throwing him, and he's not gonna break.
Mhm.
Right.
So I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a solid 4,
All right.
but with no accessories, that's a total of 12. So just 1 point above Shang-Chi. Now, the character I really like.
Yes.
When I was looking at this Shang-Chi figure, I was looking around, and I happened to see on one of the end caps in Entertainmart, they had Master of the Universe Revelation figures.
Okay.
Which I was like, oh shit. I gotta pick some because
Yeah.
it's a great series.
Right.
And these figures look awesome. So, and they had all of them. They had Evelyn, Mossman, He-Man, and Skeletor. I got Skeletor.
Yes.
Because I think he's a cool looking figure.
He does look pretty awesome.
So now here's the thing: as far as accuracy goes, I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like the cartoon.
Right.
I mean, that's not really difficult to.
No, though they got the colors right. A lot of the times, like they'll mess up the colors. Right.
Yes. I'm not a huge fan of.
The
cloth
fake
cape.
cloth cape. No,
I've never been a big fan of that because it just seems, I don't know, it's just kind of lazy.
it
to
is.
me.
It
But
is.
As far as like the look goes, I mean, it's not hard to.
I think what they were trying to do, because he's got a lot of like posability,
Mhm.
they were trying to make it to where the cape wouldn't impede on that,
It could be.
right?
Could be.
If he's trying to like crouch down or something, the cape would be pretty solid.
So, for accuracy's sake, I mean, I got to give him a 5.
Yeah.
Articulation on the box says he has 30 points.
30
of
points.
articulation.
Okay. I believe it. He's got the shoulders, arms,
Mhm.
chest.
Everything moves. on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy.
What'd you give Superman? I think he's like right there with him.
A 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll give him a 5 too.
Yeah. Wait, does his wrist go all the way around as well?
It
Okay,
does.
cool. Staff?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, for accessories, obviously he came with his staff.
Right.
He came with
Couple of
a
hands?
couple of hands,
Yeah.
and he came with this staff thing.
Ooh, so does that bump him up from 1 point from Shang-Chi? Where Shang-Chi's got the hands and the staff, but no other, like...
If he came with like maybe an extra head
Yeah.
or something like that,
Are you able to do a 0.5? Or does it have to be like whole
I don't
numbers?
want to do decimals.
Okay,
So I'll do like a 4 on that.
fair enough.
And then playability, I mean, come on.
Yeah. If you need a villain to...
The only thing is the hand that's holding his staff is kind of weak.
right.
So you see it kind of loose.
Mecha Kitska. Means
Um,
loose wrist.
Skeletor's got a limp wrist.
Yeah.
So that it's a little docks him a little bit, but it's nothing too bad. But playability, I mean, man, he looks good,
yeah.
and it'd be if you get him and He-Man and Boss Man. I mean, you could have a lot of fun. with
Hours
these
of
guys.
fun.
Yeah. So I gotta give him a 5.
Yeah?
That's the closest I've come so far.
To a 20?
Mhm. Plus, he's the perfect height.
Right.
He's not like big like Superman here. He's a good height. He's a good build. He's a solid figure.
Where was he not a 5 at? What was it? Accessories? Like 2
Accessories.
things. Accessories. Yep. Okay, cool.
Plus the cloth cape.
Yeah.
He was docked a point for that. So I think that's 19, right? Woo! Almost a straight 20. So my recommendation: go out and find these Master of the Universe Revelations figures. They're really good looking.
What will they set you back?
About $27.
Okay.
Whereas the Superman was 20 and the Shang-Chi was 25.
Oh, wow, okay.
Which is standard for Marvel Legends. They're all going to be around $24, $25.
Right.
All right. Let's move on to This Week in Geek.
This weekend.
Geek.
So, Pringles is releasing a glow-in-the-dark can for Halloween, so there's no more reason to be afraid of the dark. I was going through like different articles and like looking at it, and I thought it was kind of funny that they've done this, and I've never seen that with any other like food item. The container being like, "You're jacked on coffee now, dude," or like just
Yeah, I had to bang, and now I'm working on this iced coffee, so I'm getting a little jittery, but I'm good.
Have you seen this with like advertising before?
No,
Yeah.
not with food. No.
No. I think it's kind of smart on Pringles' behalf, because if you're going late at night, you need a snack, and the lights are all turned off, the can's going to be
It's right
glowing.
there. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea.
And it works well for them,
Mhm.
right? Especially with like their logo, the Pringles man face,
Mhm.
because a lot of that is just whited out and glow in the dark.
So they're doing it with the original flavor cans and the sour cream and onion.
So far, yeah, those
So
are the only
far,
ones that they've chosen to do so. They have so many different flavors; it's ridiculous, and they're
They do.
always like they're constantly always changing flavors, and they have like chocolate ones, and they have like bizarre flavors, but they haven't really done much with the can in years. So I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
I
for
mean, back in
Halloween.
the day, they had, I think it was just original sour cream and onion, barbecue, and cheese.
Yeah, that was pretty much
That
it.
was it.
Now they've got over like 100. How many different flavors? Let me check that out.
Well, I'm trying to picture it at work, because I work the snack aisle a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they got wavy versions of their flavors. They got spicy flavors. What else do they have? They got like mini canisters you can buy. Stuff, little canisters, plastic ones you can stick in lunch boxes. I mean, they got a ton of stuff.
As of May 27th, 2021, they have 21 different flavors.
Oh, there you go.
Not like, I mean, as far as like not wavy and those other ones, right?
Right.
Because a lot of those are similar flavors,
Mhm.
or the same flavors. But yeah, 21 different flavors so far.
Wow.
I would have guessed a little bit higher. Well, that's still quite a few. Do you
Yeah.
have a favorite Pringle?
That's hard to pick. I usually go for one of the 4 original flavors.
Cheddar, sour cream and
Mm.
onion, something like that?
I think it's probably cheddar, the cheese.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. They do nail it. They do knock it out of the park.
That or the sour cream and onion. The
Mm-hmm.
ones I used to go.
I'm really a huge fan. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I like the salt and vinegar ones too.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But sour
Never-
cream and onion is
yeah.
pretty staple, like a staple. Like especially if you take some of those and put them like in a sandwich, like crunch it down.
I'm not a big sandwich guy or a chip guy in my sandwiches.
No?
I know that some people do, but I've never
Yeah.
done that.
You ever try? You've never tried it once?
I think I've tried it.
You haven't lived until.
I haven't lived till I put chips on a sandwich.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, I can appreciate the concept. I can appreciate the idea,
Right.
but I've never. I don't think I've ever.
Put it into practice, Troy.
Put it
It'll
into
change.
practice.
It's a game changer.
All right.
Ooh, that'd be really good. Instead of pickles, you could just put like the pickle flavor one, dill flavored ones. Huh.
Instead of like a barbecue pork sandwich, you can have like the shredded pork and then put the barbecue chips on it.
Yeah. Dude, they should totally do that and then like have the original flavors as the bun. So you can kind of like basically make a
Make a little
burger.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, we should do
Oh,
that.
Pringles.
Be an interesting experiment.
Right.
Speaking of, I know Ashley loves when we say speaking of,
Yes, yeah.
so I'll say it again. Speaking of food, I found this story and I had to grab it because this is a thing. And it's been a thing for a long time.
It really has been, yeah.
The FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, oddly enough, is investigating McDonald's and why their ice cream machines are always broken. And it's a thing,
It is.
right?
You go there and it's always broken. I
Always.
think I've only ever had like ice cream once at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And then like all these TikTok videos where they're showing you take your ice cream and you put it in your coffee and you mix it around,
Mhm.
to like make it more of a float kind of a deal. But it's like, how can you try that if the ice cream machine is broken?
Right. Ooh, a coffee float.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
right?
You had like coffee and put like vanilla ice cream in there. Like,
Mhm.
ooh,
Yeah,
sounds tasty.
right?
Anyway, a recent report by the Wall Street Journal said the Federal Trade Commission is looking into why McDonald's ice cream machines are always broken. So the FTC sent letters to the fast food chain over the summer, and this is what they said. They reported back, and this is what they said. The machines require a nightly automated heat cleaning cycle that can last up to 4 hours to destroy bacteria. The cleaning cycle can fail, making the machines unusable until a repair technician can get them going again, the owners say. So apparently, looking into this a bit more, those ice cream machines are really overly complicated.
Really?
Yeah.
That you almost need to be a tech and like just
Yeah,
like just
you need to be like an engineer to figure these things out.
like it's not rocket science. Well,
And so if one breaks down, it's like you have to get this. I think it's a special technician that's employed by McDonald's.
yeah.
Send them out there to fix it.
And if McDonald's is anything like a lot of these other businesses, when it comes to training, they kind of half-ass it.
Right.
And you do have a bunch of like, teenagers working these machines that really don't care.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I do appreciate though McDonald's like puts that much into cleanliness.
Sure.
Right, but
At the same
man.
time, there's got to be a way to simplify it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's.
All these other companies seem to be making it. Dairy Queen, some of these other places, Burger
Wendy's?
King, Wendy's.
Have you ever gone to Wendy's and got a Frosty and they said, sorry, machine's broken?
No,
Never.
doesn't
Not
happen.
once.
Yeah.
Step up your game, McDonald's. Step up your game. But this led me to this other story.
Damn, you went down the rabbit hole on this
I
one.
did.
Yeah.
I went down the McDonald's hole. There's a 24-year-old engineer that created a website that tells you if your McDonald's has a working ice cream machine. It's called, where is it?
But how does the website know?
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
So, The website's called McBroken. A website created by 24-year-old Rashik Zahid, according to The Verge, aims to tell potential customers in real time if an ice cream machine is working at a particular McDonald's or not. Each location is indicated with a colored dot. Locations with a green dot should have ice cream, while red dot locations are reported to have an out-of-order machine.
Should have.
In order to figure out if a location needs a red or green dot, Zahid created a bot that tries to order a McSundae every 30 minutes.
Oh.
If the bot succeeds, the website will say the machine is working.
So they don't actually order it? Like the bot attempts to order it
I think so.
and then cancels its order, but if it allows you to do so?
I think the bot probably goes on, maybe goes online or something.
Yeah.
That tries to order online, or I think that's probably what it is. Something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. That's why he's an engineer and I'm not.
Yeah. No, but it makes sense. If you were to attempt to order it and then you go to checkout and it says put in your money, then you can just go, cancel the order, but that would also indicate that it was still working.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm on the McBroken website right now.
Right. Don't you feel like this would only cause, it's a cool concept, but at the same time, it would make a lot more Karens. No, I went onto this website and it said that your machine is working. So where the hell's my ice cream?
Well, maybe. I don't know how many people know about this, though, but... So, I'm on the site.
Yes. Are there any in our area?
Here in Ogden.
Oh, so you can actually put in your zip code? Or just zoom in?
I'm zooming in on it right now.
Yeah.
So, there's a green light on the one over here on 12th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That one has a green light. There's a green light at this one. Where's this one?
That's a lot of different bots ordering ice cream constantly.
2050 South. West 2050 South. South.
Are there any broken?
West. Yes. The ones all around us, by the way, are all green.
Sweet.
There is a broken one in... Looks like near Clearfield in Syracuse. That one's broken. We have more green ones in the state than red.
Aw, yeah.
There's few in Salt Lake, few broken ones in Salt Lake, West Valley, West Jordan.
Of course, in Salt Lake.
The one in Logan is busted. So yeah, there you go. So if you're curious, head to McBroken.com and see if the ice cream machines around your area are working or not.
So, from ice cream to China.
Speaking of...
Don't get her on our bad side.
I know, I shouldn't.
We love our patrons.
Especially that one.
China is banning children from playing online games for more than 3 hours a week. The harshest restriction so far on industries on the gaming industry as China regulations continue. Minors in China can only play between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Fridays, weekends, and public holidays starting September 1st, according to a notice from the National Press and Public Administration.
Wow.
They they had before this, they did have a restriction on how many hours they could play, and it was limited to gaming to 3 hours a week for most, 3 hours a week, and then before that it was restricted down to they could play for an hour and a half per day and 3 hours on public holidays.
Wow.
Damn, they're which is crazy because they go on to talk in this article about the stocks on some of these major companies are down a couple of points or a half a point. And on these big billion-dollar companies, Like, I don't know, that's a shit ton of money. And China, like we were talking about before the episode, they have a lot of gamers.
It's a very gaming centric culture.
Yes.
But they're just doing it on minors?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
How do they keep track of that? That's my question.
Yeah.
Like, are they that regulated with, like, online stuff that they can...
Well, typically, like, whenever you log into a system, you do have to put your age.
I guess that's true.
But I think that'd be pretty easy to just, like...
Also true.
Change.
To fake it, yep.
Fake it. Like, no, I'm 18. I can go onto this website.
It's like when you log on to, like, Pornhub.
Yeah.
And it says, oh,
are you
are
old
you
enough?
18 or older? Like, yeah. Like, anybody can just click that.
Right.
Or if you're playing Pokemon Go and it says, are you
driving?
Are you driving? Like, no, I'm just a passenger.
Oh. I'm a passenger. Yeah.
It's really
There's
easy.
ways around it.
Yes.
But I feel like China probably has other ways of restricting it.
I'm sure they do.
But that's still crazy.
But another way you get around it, don't play online. Play your consoles.
That's
Know what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I can't play it online, but I can just play these story-driven games.
Yeah. See, that's why America is great.
We let our children play for days.
Right. That's why we don't want America to become commie country.
Do you think this will have an impact on, like, Nintendo?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Nintendo's such a worldwide global company, and
Yeah.
I mean, America alone. I mean, we're probably, I would guess, second as far as video game consumption.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Do you think that this will only, like, continue with restrictions? It kind of feels a little like 1984-esque.
A little bit, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, no, we never had it where you could play as much as you wanted. This rule has always been in place.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God.
Yeah. So I was right, by the way. Top 10 countries that game the most.
Yeah.
Number 1, China.
Okay.
Number 2, United States.
Yeah.
Number 3, Japan. Number 4, South Korea.
Really?
Yep.
Did I tell you that I had a friend in North Korea and asked him, like, last week, like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, I can't complain.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's solid. That's a solid joke.
Thanks.
It'll be interesting to see if this escalates at all. If this kind of has a snowball effect.
Because that's got to be really difficult, especially for these competitive gamers, right? Yeah. Like, oh, you can't play online with. So what are you supposed to do?
I mean, but then again, it is just minors.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, once you open that door.
Yeah. True. Like, we're gonna regulate how many hours of television, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I feel like parents should kind of step in this department,
when
right?
I was a kid.
Oh yeah, like go out and play. Like, Mom, I'm bored. And she's like, well, if you're bored, I can give you chores. Like,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm not bored anymore. Yeah.
I remember many times I'd be playing video games down here, like Nintendo, Super Nintendo. My mom would come down and say, "It's time to go to bed."
Right.
Time to go to bed. I'm like, "But Mom, it's Friday."
Doesn't matter. Oh.
But now, you know what she does?
What's that?
She has her TV on all night long.
Seriously?
Watch this stupid. Yep.
Yeah. It's just like constant. Doesn't she put like a little timer?
No.
Like, you can set that for like 30 minutes or an hour.
It's on all night.
You should go up there and be like, go to bed.
Oh, I have.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like, Mom, because she works at a school. Mom, it's a school night. You need to shut off the TV and go to bed.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, but the reason she does it and I joke, but the reason she does it is she has tinnitus
Yeah.
in her ear. So she has this like constant ringing. So she has a TV on, and so she doesn't hear that. She hears the TV, so it helps her sleep.
Gotcha. Right.
So, yeah. I just think it's ironic.
It's like a white noise machine.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is kind of an interesting story. There's a new Rocketeer movie that is coming to Disney Plus. Selma actor David Oyelowo.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is producing and may star in the comic book reboot. Now, this isn't a reboot. This, from what I've heard, this is actually a more or less a sequel.
Okay.
So what it's going to be is there's going to be an African American guy that's going to end up finding the rocket, the jetpack.
Yes.
And
along with the helmet?
I think so.
Okay.
And he's going to be a former Tuskegee airman.
Yeah.
Former pilot. And it's going to be kind of set in that time, so, you know, I'm sure they're going to have, like, some racial tension in there. And it's kind of giving the Rocketeer kind of a new spin, you know?
Yeah.
Like looking at that character from a different angle.
If I remember correctly, like, it'll be kind of interesting. I would like to see how they do it, because with his suit, you know, he's wearing gloves, he's got long pants, he's got, like, a jacket and everything else. Like, it wouldn't be until he actually saves somebody. Yeah. Until he saves somebody that they're like, oh, you know, this is, like, an African-American gentleman that rescued me, kind of a deal. So I imagine they're gonna, like, do something with that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I do wonder if maybe they'll update the look a little bit of the suit. Hopefully not too much.
It was awesome. It was pretty... Yeah.
Yeah. Even now, that's a cool looking outfit.
I actually have the action figure still.
So do I have one right there.
Oh,
right
yeah.
next to the Phantom there.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to cosplay as the Rocketeer. I think that'd be such a cool outfit.
I've seen some really good cosplays.
Yeah, so have I.
Mm-hmm. That jacket is legit.
Yeah. Last time I went to Disneyland, there was a guy walking around as the Rocketeer.
With
That's
the
such a cool costume.
Jetpack and everything. That's like the Rocketeer is what really got me into steampunk.
Right.
You know? And then like from then it was like other anime and other random like shows. I'm just like, oh, this is like kind of a cool subgenre.
Yeah. I gotta say though, and this might be a controversial opinion, but have you watched that movie lately?
It's been years.
It's not great.
Really?
Like people, even in this article, it says, "Oh, it still holds up." You know, the original still holds up. Blah blah blah. Not really. I was kind of bored, and there was this thing that they did in the early '90s with these superhero films, like The Rocketeer, The Shadow, The Phantom. Where for whatever reason, Zorro, they didn't have the character in the costume that much. They always had him out of the costume.
Was it expensive to have him in the costume?
Or they just wanted to, like...
limit, or like tell a story?
Kind of have a reveal, like they'd only have him in the costume like in the last 10 minutes of the big fight, you know, something like that.
Yeah, what the hell? Now these other ones, like, they quickly tell a story. Captain America, right? 10 minutes not in the costume.
Right.
And then the rest of the time, he's Captain America.
And that's what they did with the Rocketeer.
Yeah.
I remember him always being out of that costume.
Like, what the hell?
Man, I want to see the outfit.
Plus the things that they can do now with the technology, it could be really cool.
It'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, like I said, it's always been a cool character, and it'll be cool to see what they do with it. And maybe this will lead to other characters getting rebooted, like the Phantom, like the Shadow, maybe Zorro, Lone Ranger.
Are they all owned by... Like, I know Zorro, It's not owned by anybody. It's public domain.
It is. It is. So
but-
so is
Phantom?
the Lone Ranger, I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Man,
they both are.
That new one with like Johnny Depp was trash.
That was not good.
It was, yeah,
That was not good.
no.
Ew.
Tonto played too big of a role and it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you think of Native American, you think Johnny Depp. Yeah.
I pulled up this story because I thought that you'd really appreciate it.
I
Seinfeld gets launch date for Netflix.
Yes.
Netflix. So it's coming to Netflix and it's going to debut in October. And the streaming service paid $500 million for the rights for it.
Wow.
So they've locked it in for 2. They've locked it in for 2 years.
I thought it was longer than that. I thought I heard 5
see.
years. Am I wrong?
Debut in October, 2 years after. 2 years after the streaming, paid $1 million to secure the global rights to the series. Classic sitcom with streaming. Sony 2 years ago. No, yeah, once again. I'm not sure.
I
It could
heard,
be.
I heard somewhere 5 years, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know.
That could be a ton of money. But that's a ton of money, though, right?
500 million. Yeah.
Yeah. For a sitcom that aired how many years ago? I mean, it still holds up.
Yeah.
And-
The first episode aired in '89. I want to say. When the
Wow.
pilot season was '89. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still so good. It's such a good sitcom.
Is this going to keep you going back to Netflix?
Oh yeah. I mean, not like I need another reason to continue watching Netflix.
Okay, not Netflix, but Hulu. I was kind of pissed off today. When I went to log in, it's up in the price next month. Like, the prices are going up for if you want the one without commercials
Right.
to $13.99. I mean, it's only like $2 more a month, but it's still like, wow, that's a little bit of a jump.
The GF hooked me up with her Hulu login,
Yeah.
so I have Hulu now.
Oh, hell yeah. I can recommend some good shows.
Okay. You'll need to, because I don't. That's one streaming service I haven't really. Like, I signed up for it originally when
Right.
it first came, and everything was free, and that was awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, since they started charging, I dropped off.
As far as, like, really quickly, some of my, like, favorite picks and ones that I go to, and I'll send you a text, but Atlanta, Rami, Fargo, Firefly, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and The Rookie, those as far as TV shows go. And then movies, they do have, like, Parasite, Hell or High Water, Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Hearts Beat Loud, which is actually, like, it's got what's his bucket from Parks and Rec in it. Logan Lucky, I, Tonya, Paycheck. Those are probably some of the ones that I go back and watch.
Right. Yeah, I'll look around on it. But just before you came, actually, I was watching Hell's Kitchen
Okay. On Hulu?
on Hulu.
Yeah. They have all the seasons?
Not all of them.
Or just the most recent ones?
It's weird. They have, like, it's like they cherry pick some. So they have, like, season 1, season 5, season 8, season 10, season 9, season, like, it's
Yeah.
not one. Yeah, it's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll stop and watch Seinfeld anytime I see it. I've seen. There are certain episodes of that show I have seen probably 100 times.
Seriously?
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
and
I don't
I'll
think there's
watch it every time.
I don't think there's any TV show that I've seen, like, an episode 100 times. Not even close. Maybe, like, 4 or 5.
Right.
Huh. Dang.
So for some reason, for I'm guessing money, they're making a Jungle Cruise 2. Which proved to be a hit for Disney.
Is this going directly to Disney Plus?
I don't think so. I believe it's going into theaters as well. So the original just crossed the $100 million mark at the box office domestically.
Okay.
Hence why they're making a sequel.
Yeah. Which is crazy because like that used to not be that impressive of numbers.
100 million?
Yeah.
I think in this day and age, it's a decent number.
No, but to merit a sequel, right?
Right. And
Yeah,
that's
a couple
that's
hundred
just,
million.
That's just domestically, though.
True.
I mean, globally, it's probably made, I would guess, probably 300-400 million. I would guess. But yeah, the script will be handled by Michael Green, who co-wrote the original film. Director Jean Colette Serra is also expected to return to helm Jungle Cruise 2, while Scott Sheldon will serve as executive producer. Producers will be John Davis, John Fox, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson's coming back. Emily Blunt's coming back.
They did have good chemistry together.
They did.
Right?
But it was awkward to see them kiss.
Yeah. No, it didn't seem...
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no.
Like, because... I don't know if it's because I know The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, so well. You know, I've seen that personally. I wish.
Right, that'd be bad. You're like, I'll just text him. You know, hold up a minute.
But no, I've been following his career since like '97.
Yeah.
And so, and with Emily Blunt, it's like she's married to John Krasinski. They're a high-profile couple, and so to see them kiss, you're just like, ugh. That's weird.
Yeah.
Because I don't think of The Rock as like this romantic lead. Like he's an action star. He's not a...
Right.
Yeah. I've never seen him as like a...
Has he
romantic guy.
Kissed many people in his other movies?
One or two.
Right.
1 or 2.
I think there was a love interest in like Walking Tall, right?
I think so. And the skyscraper film is him and Neve Campbell. I think that was who it was. I think he kissed her. I don't know. But it's just weird. It's weird to see.
I think you're just jealous.
Probably.
But
both him and Emily Blunt.
Yeah. I've had a thing for Mary Poppins for years.
Yeah, but I don't know. And I think, if I remember correctly, when we were talking about Jungle Cruise, I think I said it was okay.
Yeah,
it was fine.
Right.
It was nothing.
I think they're trying to turn it into the next Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is what it kind of feels like.
Yeah.
Where they're going to go on like other crazy adventure. It's like National Treasure meets Pirates.
Right.
Like, oh, what other lost things can we like find?
Yeah. And yeah, like I said, it's fine. I'm fine. Make your sequel.
Are they going to go elsewhere, or do they have to kind of stay in the jungle?
Well, they don't have to stay in the jungle anymore. After the end of that movie,
kind of go to the open seas.
Maybe they can.
Well, what would even happen in a sequel?
I have no idea. Maybe they can go to the Nile, go some in Egypt or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, hey, you are really good at navigating here. Like, how about you take us over this way?
Yeah. But that's why we're not writers.
Yeah.
Hollywood writers.
One final story that I thought was kind of cool is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot.
Speaking of sequels.
Jeez.
She's going to hate me.
The Fresh Prince just got a lot fresher. Peacock's upcoming Bel-Air is set to come out next year. The series, which has already been ordered for a second season, is inspired by Morgan Cooper, who so what he did is he came out with this kind of a remake and like a retelling what he would like to see with these controversial topics and stuff, because like the Fresh Prince never shied away like from any topic, right?
No, they didn't.
They dealt with race, drug abuse,
Gun violence.
gun violence. Oh yeah, that one with Carlson and him like getting a gun and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that one. No, that one was a really good episode. Or was that the same one where he got addicted to pills, or was that Will that got addicted to pills?
I don't remember. I just remember the storyline in Saved by the Bell where Jesse got addicted to pills, caffeine pills. I don't remember a Fresh Prince one doing that.
But the really
I could
cool,
be wrong.
the cool thing about this is Jabari Banks, who's going to be playing the Fresh Prince. When he got the announcement from Will Smith, but he live streamed it and just said like, "Hey, you know, you got the lead role," kind of a deal.
Yeah.
And like he was talking about how, you know, Banks was talking about he grew up watching the show and it had such an impact on him, kind of a deal.
Mhm.
And it was really nice to see. If you get a chance, you'll have to check out the video. But it would be kind of interesting to see Bel-Air in today's times. I just hope that not every single episode is a hard-hitting one, because what I loved about the Fresh Prince is you could still joke about stuff, and you know he was like doing stupid stuff, and he was always kind of a womanizer. He had a different girlfriend every other week. It seemed like, so they had a lot of fun. But then like it was just every once in a while they'd drop in an episode like that.
Yeah. But this is supposed to be a drama, right?
True. Yeah.
So
Not so much a comedy like the last one.
I don't know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I mean, you think of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you think, oh, it's a fairly broad comedy. Like you're saying, it had some serious episodes, but for the most part, it's a pretty broad comedy. So I don't know, taking something like that and turning it into a drama, it's
Will
weird.
they still have a butler?
I would assume. I mean, because there were such these big comedic beats, like when Mr. Banks would
Throw Jazzy Jazz? Yeah.
throw Jazzy Jeff out the front door, and Will Smith was always breaking the fourth wall. You know.
I also think it'll be interesting how they change up the song, because like everybody and their dog knows this song.
Oh yeah.
Right, the theme song. And whether they get like other artists to come in and debut their albums.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting.
Have a couple of different like Drake and Kanye songs.
Maybe what they'll do is follow more closely Will Smith's actual life. So maybe they have him be kind of this struggling rapper.
Yes.
In Philadelphia, and then maybe something happens where he has
that tries to like.
He gets in one little fight and his mom gets scared, so it's got to move to Bel-Air.
I'm thinking like he tries to keep his music clean, because that was a big thing. Will Smith never swore in any of his songs, which would be really difficult in today's day and age.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely check it out.
Right.
At least just out of sheer
They
curiosity.
didn't say, but do you think that Will Smith, besides being an executive producer, will be playing Uncle Phil?
that would be funny.
Because he's the same age now, right?
Age,
yeah. Right? If not
Which
a little
is
bit
crazy.
older when he started.
He's got to have at least like a cameo, right?
Oh, for sure.
At the very least.
Some of these other characters should as well. Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody's still alive except for James Avery, Uncle Phil.
Which aunt do you bring back?
The one that, is still speaking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch that reunion, by the way?
I did.
Yeah. That really awkward situation between him and...
yeah. It got awkward as fuck.
Really awkward.
I was like, oh.
He basically killed her career.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which a lot of people gave him crap for after that aired. 'Cause it's like, he didn't even say sorry.
Right. He wasn't apologetic at all. No.
I mean, he literally got her kicked off the show. And...
What was the whole... I can't remember the reason now.
It had something to do... I'm pretty sure with
Creative
money
differences, money.
Contract dispute, something like that.
He's just like, all right, we'll just go with somebody else. We're not that far into the series.
Right, exactly.
People will forget.
Okay.
But is it his fault that her career went nowhere?
She's, I don't know. She says that it was.
Right, but like, don't you have to take some like responsibility?
Sure.
And how old was she when she got this role? It wasn't like she was
No
like,
idea.
right? But like, okay, I imagine maybe 30s, 40s, somewhere in there, right?
Right.
So you think she'd have some stuff beforehand and try to, like, if she wanted to do like acting.
The way she laid it out was basically she kind of got blackballed.
Okay.
After that, because Will Smith, I mean, even he became a pretty powerful influence in Hollywood.
Right.
And so the way she has spun it is basically like he kind of
said to these other bigger companies,
Mhm.
hey, like, don't pick her up. Like, she's nothing but problems.
Like, how true that is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how she spun it, so. Who knows? Who knows what the truth is?
The truth is out there.
So, let's get now to our Revs and Recs. So, I have a recommendation.
Okay.
And this, again, has to do with Hollywood and the truth behind some Hollywood. So, do you know the name? It's a YouTube channel. Do you know the name Christy, Carlson, Romano? Does that name sound familiar?
Yes. It sounds familiar.
If I say Even Stevens?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
She was Ren.
Mm-hmm.
She has a YouTube channel.
Another one of my Disney crushes.
Oh, same. And she still looks great, by the way. She's still really attractive. But she has a YouTube channel. And for a long time, she was doing kind of your normal YouTube things. Like, she did a lot of humorous videos.
Cooking tutorials, right?
She got a lot of other child stars to come on, and they would do, like, Q&As and taste tests and stuff. You know, typical YouTube stuff.
But I'm glad to see that she didn't, like, get into drugs.
Well, that's the thing.
Or did she?
Well, that's the thing. Lately, what she's been doing is she's doing these vlogs where she goes on a hike or goes on a walk or goes to get coffee or something like that. She'll do these vlogs, and she talks about her life growing up in Hollywood. And she pulls no punches.
Really?
Yeah. The good, the bad, and the ugly. She talks about all of it. So, for example, let me pull up her account here. And I'll read off just some of the videos that she's put out. So one is The Truth About the Disney Channel, How I Lost All My Money, How Katy Perry Got My Record Deal, Why I Don't Have Famous Friends.
Damn, alright.
Yeah. I mean, there's one where it says why I don't talk to Shia LaBeouf anymore. Like, I mean, she's just laying all this out there, and it's fascinating, and it's really interesting to listen to. One in particular, she says the title of the video is What My Celebrity Bullies Taught Me. Now, she doesn't name names per se, but she does talk about how she was in the same performing arts school with this actress who became massively famous and is still massively famous. And she's been in giant franchise movies, and she said that she was a huge bully to her. And so the internet, being the internet, did some digging and looked at her class, and there was only one person who has become massively famous and is in franchise films, and that was Scarlett Johansson.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, okay.
So everybody's speculating, like, oh, she was the one she was talking about. Apparently, back in the day, Scarlett Johansson, kind of a bitch.
Damn.
But it's just fascinating to listen to these stories.
Right.
Because I like that, she's not doing that thing where, saying, oh, well, I left Hollywood because, other things came up. I want to have a family. Like, no, like, she gets into it.
Well, and you've always been
fascinating.
a big fan of things behind the scenes, whether
Sure.
it's like pro wrestling or any of these things.
Yeah.
You like to know the behind the scenes. So to actually see this and to see her not pull any punches, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of hers, or you want to hear stories about what it was like growing up as a child star and being famous one day and really not famous the next day, and earning millions and losing millions, I highly recommend her channel. It's fascinating.
All right. I also have another recommendation. Well, I saw 2 movies this week, and one of them being Free Guy. So, Ryan Reynolds plays a bank teller who's an NPC in a open world video game, and he decides to become the hero.
Right.
He is then chased by a bunch of the creators because he's an NPC, so he's not supposed to be doing anything.
Sure.
Straight from like what he wakes up in the morning, works at the bank, gets robbed because people are coming in like GTA style, robbing the place, and he just kind of like chills.
Right.
But it was nice because it wasn't just like, it didn't just focus on him. It also focused on these 2 other kids that they created this game where they were trying to create AIs, some artificial intelligence, and wanted these characters to just grow and develop, and they wanted people to go, because that's kind of a big thing now, is to go to these open worlds and to see these other characters with like crazy backstories that are discovering themselves. And I don't know, it felt kind of indie-esque, but this other gentleman that wanted more of a GTA game swindled them out of their game and inputted it into his world. So they're trying to find proof so that they can kind of take him down.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a hell of a lot better than I thought. Like, I was thinking, like, Rotten Tomatoes, they had, like, it's hit or miss if I believe it or not, but they've got it sitting at 81% and audiences at 94%. But there were so many different like video game tropes in there, and it really was reminiscent of Ready Player One, and it was actually worth a watch. I would have to say, out of 5 guns, I'm gonna have to go with like a 3.5. It was really pretty funny. Had a romantic story, but yeah, it was worth a watch.
Okay.
Which I know I was like off the Ryan Reynolds.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Is he really Ryan Reynolds-y in this?
I'd say he's at about like a 50%. He kind of plays his character really well, where it's just like, this is what I'm supposed to do. It was nice because he actually had like a script that he had to kind of follow. He couldn't just ad-lib everything and do whatever the hell he wanted until towards the till the end. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with it. It was a lot of fun. There were some really funny cameos, and they also had a lot of really big YouTube and Twitch streamers making cameos, because everybody starts following the guy and the blue shirt. They call him Blue Shirt Guy, and yeah, it was worth a watch actually.
Okay, all right. Well, moving on to a movie that we both saw, that a lot of people saw.
A lot of people, which it's crazy to me because like he kind of gets the last laugh because it's only released in theaters.
Right.
There wasn't many trailers for this movie. It wasn't advertised a whole lot, and now it's making a shit ton of money. Like it is like it was the #1 movie as far as what's the holiday?
Labor Day.
Labor Day. goes.
Yep.
Yeah, number one movie released on Labor Day.
Yeah, I guess biggest
weekend.
biggest opening for Labor Day. Yeah, we're talking about, of course, Shang-Chi. Now, apparently, we've all been saying that name wrong for years, because I thought it was Shang-Chi.
Same.
It's not. It's Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, fine. So this is the newest MCU film.
Yes.
And it's interesting because this character was created back in the early to mid 70s, I believe. Back when the Kung Fu thing was really big.
Yes.
Right? Everybody was in love with Bruce Lee. You had Kung Fu fighting on the radio. Like, Kung Fu was everywhere. And so this character was created for that. And if I'm not mistaken, in the comic books, he really didn't have any powers. Like the 10 rings, I don't believe played into his story. And I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
And the 10 rings were also individual, like rings
Actual
that you wear on
rings.
your fingers.
Yeah. So this follows the character Shang-Chi, who grew up being raised to be an assassin by his father.
Right.
Who we find out is this immortal warrior that's been alive for thousands and thousands of years.
Finally comes across a woman that can tame him,
Mm-hmm.
and he has 2 children with her.
Yes. And the story picks up that he left that life. Shang left that life.
Left his sister,
Left his sister.
which she holds a little animosity towards him for that.
And decided to just have a normal life. He didn't want to be this assassin. Didn't want to have anything to do with this anymore.
Which is a bigger thing than what you'd think, because in Chinese culture, family is huge. Dude, you put your last name before your name,
Yeah,
kind of a deal.
Yeah.
It's everything. And to step away from this and to say, I'm doing my own thing, that's a ballsy move.
Yes. So he's basically called back into the fight because his father sends assassins after him. He's trying to get this necklace that his mom gave him, or this pendant that his mom gave him before she died.
This pendant is kind of used to help find the path to this other world or this other place.
Yeah, he has a pendant and his sister has one, so he's trying to get one.
Which visually, that was really cool.
Really cool.
Right? Once he actually puts those in place and seeing what happening, yeah.
This was... Maybe it's just because it came right after Black Widow, which was okay. This was a lot of fun.
It was I would say, you know how you had the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and you had WandaVision, and there was and even Loki.
Yeah.
There's it was decent, but Black Widow kind of seemed on par with those, the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And this one knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, this one I would put in the same category as Thor Ragnarok, or I know I like this movie better than you do, but Black Panther, or it's not like Endgame, it's not like that awesome, fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
and you can see
one of their better ones.
You can see the direction that they're going with this Phase 4.
Yes.
Right? They are not shying away from going into outer space and to finding these other crazy relics that nobody's heard about. And it only makes you wonder what else is out there in this universe,
Yeah.
What's this threat?
Yeah, they're really starting to open it up. Now, what I liked about this is basically just what you said. They are, and I talked about this on Facebook, they're moving away from the old MCU.
Yes.
And they're coming into this new phase with new characters, new superheroes. And this is the first one, really the first MCU film where we're introduced to a brand new character.
Yeah. It had those vibes of like Guardians of the Galaxy,
Mhm.
where you didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. And there wasn't any cameos from Spider-Man or Captain America or anybody like that.
In credits.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. But that's fine, because it's an end credit. And
Yeah.
they do
Well,
that.
they have two, so they do, and it was really okay. It bugged the hell out of me, and it made me laugh. There was only one other person in the theater when we were waiting for the final end credits. Nobody else stuck around. I'm like, what the hell? Do you not know this is like a Marvel movie, guys?
Do they not remember?
Right.
But I think I really liked it because of that, because it's introducing new stuff. I kind of felt like I did the first time I watched the first Iron Man. It's like, oh, okay, this is an original superhero movie. Like, this is a really well-made super. And the cool thing about it is, this is a kung fu movie, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, visually, it was pretty damn cool.
Mm-hmm.
They were flipping and flying around, doing everything, and it didn't seem like. It seemed more realistic, where Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was kind of stylized. This one felt a little bit more grounded.
A lot more grounded.
Yeah.
Until the third act.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, like where it actually seemed pretty, like it felt pretty realistic.
Mm-hmm.
The fighting is what I'm talking about.
Yes. And I had started getting really tired of Aquafina.
Mm-hmm.
But
Did you like her in Crazy Rich Asians?
Yeah, because that was the first time I saw her.
Right.
But since then, I'm like, okay, she's kind of doing the same thing in every film. But in this one, she was kind of reined in. Like, she was there to be the comedy.
Right. She felt like, to me, what was the one girl from the Thor movies that was even in WandaVision? What is her name? She's done like the Two Broke Girls.
Oh, yeah. Kat Dennings.
Yes. It felt like Kat Dennings, but more so in the WandaVision show, where she was a little bit more reined in. Yeah, she still was like there for comedy, but she wasn't free to just make stupid ass comments.
Yeah. Which, yeah, once when I saw her and I knew she was going to be in this film, I was like, it's the MCU, so I'm going to go see it, obviously, but I don't know about her being in it.
I thought she did a good job, though.
She was fine.
Yeah.
She was fine.
Even with that shot?
Yeah. And man, the 10 rings. Okay. This is probably one of the cooler, most original weapons, powers that they've created so far.
It's for me, it's on par with Doctor Strange's abilities.
It's such an original concept. So basically, these 10 rings are basically like bracelets, magical bracelets.
Yeah.
And Shang-Chi's father has 5 on each arm. And basically, he uses them in all kinds of ways. He can use them to propel himself. He can use them as kind of like a lasso.
So those were some big-ass jumps, but I liked how when he was propelling himself, he actually used them again to slow himself down, right?
He uses them as, like, he can shoot them off like
electric, kind of like whips, basically.
It's really cool. And
I really liked the power struggle between him and his father in that fight scene, where like the rings are slowly making his way to his side until he gets like all 10 of them.
Spoilers.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. I'm sure everybody and their dog has seen it. I'm hoping.
You're probably right. But man, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, it's. I like. It gives me confidence for Phase 4.
Yes.
Yeah. And I really like where they're going with it, and I'm excited to see this character again.
Same. And even 10 Rings to see where, like, how that plays into everything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those assassins.
If there's a couple things that I didn't like that kind of bugged me, one was that guy in the mask, that assassin in the mask that didn't
Right.
speak. I thought we were going to see more. Like, I thought we were going to have more of a complete story with him, and we really didn't.
We got more of a story from, like, Razor Fist.
Yeah.
Than we did actually from that assassin, which I was hoping to see, like, the reveal on the assassin.
I want to see who he was, but you never did.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing was there was something else. Now I can't remember.
I
Shoot.
wasn't, like, too crazy on what's his bucket that played the original Mandarin, or the fake Mandarin. Like, he was all right. He was there for, like, comedy purposes, and I was, like, surprised that, because they had, like, that one short, it was like Long Live the King, or the King, where you kind of see that he gets taken. I thought for sure he was going to be dead, like he was going to get killed. He was going to get killed off, but he played kind of a bigger role.
Right. Man, what else?
There's something else that you were just like, nah.
I can't remember what it was.
The creatures and stuff.
Nah, that wasn't too bad. Shoot, I can't remember what it was. Anyway, so out of 5 rings,
Yeah,
I don't know, what are you giving it?
I think I'm probably at, like, maybe a 4. Visually, I loved, like, the fightings. I did feel like, well, one thing that kind of, like, bugged me just a little bit is where he's running around on that scaffolding.
Mm-hmm.
He was, like, superhuman quick already.
Sure.
Like, so that kind of, like, bugged me that you didn't really get to see. I mean, you got to see him, like, he was an excellent fighter, like, because he'd been raised that way, but you didn't really see that kind of growing into his abilities. It seemed like he just got these accessories that only made him more powerful.
Well, and they did have quite a few flashbacks.
True.
But
Yeah. I was also surprised to see what they did with what's the dude from the Hulk? Abomination. Yeah, I was just like, I thought for sure, they were going to do something else with him.
No.
But I did hear rumors that Abomination is going to be in the She-Hulk TV show.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool to see him again.
Yeah. Some of these little Easter eggs.
Because we haven't seen him since the Incredible Hulk film, so that was cool. But yeah, I would give it, you gave it 4.
3.5, 4, somewhere in there.
I'd give it 4.
Okay.
Just because like I said, it was...
It scratched that itch that you needed.
It was refreshing.
With a Marvel movie.
As much as I love all the characters from, the first 3 phases, I think it's time to move on to some other characters.
Yeah. To see what else is out in this universe, this MCU.
See, I'd give it 4 as well. All right. There you go. So, I think that just about wraps it up for this week, kids. So here's where you can find us. And I need nope, this thing's falling apart. You know where you can get a notebook? You can get one with our logo at TeePublic.
Oh yeah.
Which, an easy way to find our merchandise is just put in Google World War G podcast and then hit shopping.
Yeah.
It's all there.
First thing.
It pops up.
Yeah.
So that's an easy way to find it. Anyway, here's where you can find us. You can listen to all of our episodes and see all of our extra videos and extra episodes at patreon.com/worldwarg. Or if you just want to listen to just our episodes, you can go to worldwarg.podbean.com. On social media, we're at facebook.com/worldwarg. We're also on Instagram. And we're on TikTok. Just search for World War G. And like I said, you can find our merchandise at tpublic.com. You can also email us anytime
Day or night.
at worldwargpod@gmail.com. So, this has been World War G. That has been AJ.
That has been Troy.
Stay geeky, my friends.
Which reminds me.
Speaking of
Speaking of.
staying geeky, I'm gonna get texts. All right. We'll see you next week.